going to get you.
Isa. Malapit na sa mami. Ang laki nito. Bukat gagawin na yun.
You know how to get unstuck?
Yeah.
You know how to get unstuck?
Hindi nga yan, nakita ko yung ganito, nakita ko yung ganyan.
Baka managinip pa yan.
Baka sumisigaw pa ng layon.
Sumayin.
Saan po si Pumba, si Nala, si Mupasa, sino pa yun?
You got spots, Mama?
Yes.
You got spots. And this book,
Pilipina rito.
we're going to see the zebra and the zebra. We're going to see giraffe. He's having a parade.
Yes.
He's going to hop and a car.
Taso? Nakyo?
Mas maganda silang tingnan na sa ibabaw ng van.
He's having a parade. That's right.
Oh, sige na. Hanggang.
Ano pa sa baso?
Ayun na, dami sa bus, makita mo?
He's a hop.
Pumanik eh.
Which one?
Sa ibabaw
He's
ng
a
van
hop
eh.
and a car too.
Oh no, because there's already 5 of us monkey here, so lima na tayo dito eh.
The monkey.
Yeah, they don't want us.
They don't want us. Which one you
scared.
guys know?
Okay.
Okay. Ganun eh, yung pinupuntaran niya, malaki sa
He's coming.
Punta nila na.
Diba?
Chum.
Attracted sila sa pulas.
Binibidyo ko kasi.
Yeah, ostrich.
Ostrich.
Nag-uusisa pa siya eh.
So, siyera yata ang ostrich na to eh. Don, yung ulo mo, pakiano nga. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Don.
Okay.
Ayan na sa atin yung
Hello.
Hello, ostrich.
Lapitan mo na lumapit sa atin.
Papa, ostrich is a fast runner. I see in the TV. That's they're fast runner. Hungry? He's hungry?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. Look at over there. He's eating the hay. Hay ba tawag yan?
He's eating the tree?
The tree and the hay.
Lumayo ka siya para makita ko yung giraffe kasama mo. Ayan.
Remember sa amin tangkad.
He want to grow? He want to go up?
Okay. Ko ante, hindi mo pwede ano yun? Hindi ba ito? Ay, hindi pala rotation sa'yo. Hindi ka sa akin. I-rotate mo para makita.
Nahihirapan ako mag-rotate. Hindi ko makikita.
Yan?
Ah!
Bakit wala si Santa?
Matarating pa yun sa Pasko. O yan. Yan sila. O.
Come reindeer! Come reindeer!
They're here coming.
Tomorrow, and even then, it's just a chance. Thundershowers.
O yan yung isa. Kapag
CHFI.
Reindeer!
Oh, the baby! Bakit yung iba walang corn? Ay, parang ano tuloy yung mukha nila, parang kabayong manipis yung mukha. Pero moose na yan, di ba? Hindi dito kasi sa Parrot. Ay! Yung malapit lang, bagad mo. Yung may manok. Ayaw mo sa yung...
Yeah, they put it up there.
is our 3-year-old Indian peafowl. Now the species is known as peafowl, only the males like Cole here are peacocks. The females are peahens and the young are known as pea chicks. Right off the bat, you'll notice that Cole is a little bit different than the ones you see walking around safari, as he is completely white. He inherited a rare recessive mutation from his parents, making all his feathers lack complete pigmentation. I think he's done a great job showing off for us today in that unique coloration. That was Cole, our 3-year-old Indian peafowl.
Well, Asia is the only continent to border tide crow. So this is a common crow species you find out in Africa, with the obvious difference from our crows here that they have this white band around their neck and their chest. Now, these birds often have a bad reputation of being dirty birds, so you see them on the sides of the road eating garbage as well as roadkill. But eating this actually stops the spread of germs and diseases, so they actually do their part for the environment. So we're hoping that with this recycling routine today we can sway your opinion of these birds and see that they are quite amazing creatures. And they're actually very intelligent as well, as they have the ability to speak, and they also can cache food and hide it and come back at a later date to get it. We'll show that off today coming up onto this top box for us. Now she is named Maybelline after the Maybelline Cosmetics, as she has these very long eyelashes that look like yours or mine, however they actually modified feathers, and they protect her eyes from the tall grasses and sands where she'd be found living. Now she also has great beak-to-eye coordination. We're going to show that off with a toss-up up into the air today. And she grabs her treat just at the tip of her beak, and this is to exert maximum pressure on her prey. Well, Maybelline will pretty much eat any snack she can get, so her favorite toy here at the safari is this red rubber snake, and she's going to prey upon it just as she would in the wild. So she's going to lean under that log. This is instinctual for her, and once she does grab it, you'll notice that she grabs it right behind the back of the head. And the reason that she does this, though, is to prevent the snake from turning around and biting her right back. So this is just her purely running on instinct. Now Maybelline also has this deep blue throat pouch coloring, and this is to prove that she is a female. So the females and the young will have this color, but the males, once they hit maturity, will develop a deep red color. Now Maybelline also has this casque on the top of her head, and it helps her to make this deep booming noise to help her communicate with other birds just like her. Well, like a true ground hornbill, she runs out scarlet macaw and green-winged macaw.
Can't fool me, I can see in color. How about a big round of applause for Doc and our brave volunteer. Being professional, so kids, please don't try this at home. Off and away he goes, pedaling those little macaw legs as fast as he can. Can he make it to the end? He's past halfway now. Almost there, Sarge, and he's done it. Another daring ride by Sergeant, our daredevil military macaw.
Been this for quite some time. She's a little bit of an old pro. She slides down that center pole fireman style, then gets in line with that cup, and she's got her treat. Way to go, Monty.
Not too impressed.
Not too impressed.
Well, that's okay. To be honest, not a lot of people are impressed with Monty. We think she makes it look a little bit too easy. But you have to remember, we don't train the birds how to do this. We simply put them on the perch and they have to figure out how to get their treat all on their own. So Cagney here does this game a little bit differently, and we don't know if she's maybe a little lazier, maybe a little bit wiser. She says, why waste all my energy like Monty sliding down that pole when I can simply hoist the whole cup up to me? Now the hardest part of her trick is holding on to that cup as she reaches in, and she has her treat just the same.
Really good comparison to how well those Amazons do speak. Here for us today. Yes, a little bit easy. 4 months of age. They are incredibly chatty, and they too normally like to start off by greeting the audience. Hello! Yeah, she is a very friendly little bird. She normally likes to follow that up with a little nosy question. So what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? And she is a very nosy little bird. Wasabi over here, though, he's a little bit more polite with his question. Say, how are you? How are you? Yes, indeed, he is a little bit more polite. Now, you can't actually tell by looking at them that they are males or females, because like most of the parrots in the parrot family, they do look exactly identical. We normally rely on DNA testing to determine which of our birds is a male and which is a female. However, for Wasabi over here, we should have known he was a male. He always lets us know when he sees a pretty female. Yes, he is quite the little flirt. He doesn't stop there, though. When he gets those girls up nice and close, he loves to blow them a kiss. Yes, a couple quiet smacks from our little flirt there. Now these two have a favorite game to play with their trainers, and they do love a good tickle. Yes, and as cute as that little tickle is, we normally will give in to temptation. We'll go over to their cage and we'll give them a little tickle. Sometimes they like to trick us though, and they'll turn around and give us a little bite. And I think it's because they like what we say when they bite. Ow! Bite! Bite! Yes, unfortunately we do say ow quite a few times. Now these two are very musically talented as well. They love to sing and dance. I think we'll get Wasabi warmed up a bit first. Alright, he sounds perfectly in key to me. Now do keep in mind though, when you hear them sing, they learn to sing from us, and we're honest enough to admit we're terribly off key ourselves, so try to use your imaginations when you hear this next song. Sounds a little bit like Oh Canada. I think Eddie would like to sing it as well. Yes, indeed, they are very patriotic little birds. These two are also very hard-working, and I think Wasabi's picked up on where he works. Yes, he does work right here at African Lion Safari. We have a little bit of a motto. We like all our guests to have a nice wild day. Go wild. Say go wild. Go wild. Yes, a nice go wild normally does the trick, and I think they have one last thing to add to all of this. Say bye-bye. 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 And little foot waves. Little foot wave. Neither. There we go. All right, little wave, and they are exactly correct. Unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of our show. We hope you'd enjoy meeting all of our birds.
Cast your eyes towards the end of the field. We're going to be joined by Yukon, the golden eagle.
Oh my God, layo. Layo na.
So while B Branch, whenever Nevada's ready, we'll have him fly in. So here he comes, flying nice and strong. And right up to your glove. Remember, it is okay to smile. It's supposed to be fun. How does he feel? Feels pretty good? Well, since you got to hold him, could you tell me how much you think that bird weighs? Come on over here. What do you think? 5 pounds? That's not a bad guess. Let's give him a round of applause. He did a great job. She is a Marabou stork. Check out that impressive wingspan when she flies around out here and avoids the toss-ups. Now this bird here is not a raptor. Muriel would not use her feet to catch and kill anything. Instead, she's got this really large beak, which is the killing tool on this bird. But one of the things that this bird tends to eat the most is carrion, or things that are already dead. So a typical trait of an avian scavenger is a bald head. You'll see Muriel doesn't have very many feathers on her head. It allows her to remain clean if she were to feed on a carcass, but it does give the Marabou stork. Now she is a snowy owl, of course. Now also check out her really bright yellow eyes when she's out here. Now it's a common misconception that all owls are nocturnal, but only about half of the species are. The snowy owl is actually a diurnal species, so they're active during the day, just like we are. And a good indicator for telling what time of the day or night a bird is hunting is just by looking at their eyes. By a pesticide called DDT. Now it wasn't killing these birds directly, but it was getting into the stream. You guys are going to get a close look at now. To capture and carry away a fish that weighs just as much as themselves. Now you may be able to see that Charlotte still has a couple brown feathers in her head and in her tail. When bald eagles first hatch out and acquire their feathers, they're actually completely brown. It takes about 5 to 7 years to molt in the complete white-headed tail that we all associate with these birds. Now she is one of our female bald eagles, and we can tell that because of her size. She's larger than a male would be, and there's a few reasons that scientists believe this to be the case. Now one of the most important reasons though is for the bald eagle, they can digest things like botulism, anthrax, E. coli. They get broken down in the digestive system of a vulture and are eliminated from the environment, so they do help keep disease and bacteria down. Now keep your eyes open.
Let's give them a nice warm welcome today. Wait a minute, we're missing one. Where Here's Jake. Come on, Jake, you're late. Don't be shy. Where are you, Jake? There he comes. Asian elephants can be distinguished from their African relatives by their high dome foreheads, their arched backs, and their smaller ears. The elephants would like to welcome today with a great big safari salute. Before we begin our demonstrations, I want to introduce you to our elephant. He's a little bit of a show-off. When working with animals of such a large size, it's extremely important to have a strong... Keep in mind that Maggie weighs in at nearly 9,000 pounds. And because of her large size, it's very hard for her to see what her back feet are doing. She has to slowly and carefully feel her way across our bodies. Luckily for us, elephants have extremely sensitive feet and they don't like to step on squishy things. Well, I don't know about Steve, but I'm feeling kind of nervous. That's because I know Maggie isn't toilet trained. But you wouldn't do that to us, would you, Maggie? You would? Well, that's not very nice. One last big step. And we made it out for today. Asian elephants are still used today in the teak forests of Burma. The elephant is extremely powerful. They are preferred of heavy machinery because they are much more maneuverable. And they can reach those high mountainous areas that trucks and other vehicles are environmentally friendly way of harvesting. Well, Maggie did an excellent job. Let's give her a round of applause. As she is doing so, you may have noticed that most of the elephants we have here today do not have long ivory tusks. And that is because in the Asian species, only the males have long ivory tusks, and the females have shorter, smaller versions called tushes, and those can be found just under their upper lip. They'll look at you and give you a big elephant-sized wave. Nicely done, Natasha. Well, Jake here would like to prove to us that he too has amazing strength for an animal so young. Who thinks Jake can pull that enormous log? What do you think, Jake? Do you think you can do it? No! What if I give you this treat? Then do you think you can do it? Yes, that didn't take much convincing. There you go, Jake. We'll just slip on your harness. Okay, Jake, here's your chance. Dig in your heels, let's see you go. Look at that amazing power and speed. Let's pick up after himself. This is where his trunk comes in handy. He can just pick that log up with his trunk and he can carry it wherever he goes. Well, I did think he was a bit of a show-off. Thanks for your help, Jake. And give me a boost with her front leg. Hopefully. There we go. And there's an express method of getting off, Maggie. See if there's stones embedded in them, as well as to see if there's nail feed filing. This is also a good opportunity to check over the rock. Natasha's trying to be helpful. Wants to check out my foot. Did someone pull me out? Charlie! You can't sleep during the show? Get up! Steve, I can't seem to get her up. Do you have any ideas? Something to scare her that might work? Do you guys know anything that might scare an elephant? to show you how. Game on! Natasha will take her first shot, and Sebastian saves it. But she's gonna go for a second, and she scores! Nicely done, Natasha. That ball? I think we're gonna try that one more time. Natasha thinks she needs a little bit of encouragement. Let's hear it for Natasha, everybody. Every family has their artists, and our elephant family here at the African Lion Safari is no exception. And Natasha here would like to paint us a special canvas today. She will do so very easily because she has each of these canvases are unique in their own way, and they can be purchased at the gift shop. While Natasha finishes up there, I'd like to tell you a few more facts about elephants. Asian elephants can live up to 60 to 70 years of age. And a full-grown elephant can eat about 250 to 300 pounds of food a day and drink about 50 to 60 gallons of water a day. Their main diet consists of hay, grass. Asian elephants are unfortunately an endangered species. However, African Lion Safari has the #1 breeding program for Asian elephants in Canada. Since 1991, we have had 13 baby elephants born here. Well, it looks like Natasha has one last color to finish up on. Her favorite color, yellow. And she did an excellent job today. Let's give her a round of applause.